Your brain wants to study, but your phone wants attention. And most of the time, the phone wins. Not because you're lazy, but because your brain is trying to escape something. Every time you sit down to study, it doesn't just see books, it sees pressure, uncertainty, mental effort. And your brain is wired to avoid all three. So it looks for relief. Just one scroll, one notification, one quick check. But that 1 minute turns into an hour. Not because you lack discipline, but because distraction feels safer than focus. And until you understand that, you'll keep fighting yourself every time you try to study. So instead of forcing focus, let's fix what's actually causing the distraction. First, your environment is doing half the damage. Most people try to focus in the same place they scroll, relax, and waste time. Same desk, same phone, same habits. Your brain doesn't see it as a study space. It sees it as a comfort zone. So the moment studying feels hard, it pulls you back to what's familiar. That's why the first step is simple. Change the environment. Not completely, just enough to break the pattern. Put your phone in another room. Not on silent, not face down, away. Clear your desk. Open only what you need. Because focus doesn't come from willpower. It comes from removing temptation. Second, your brain is overloaded. You sit down and tell yourself, I need to study for 3 hours. Your brain hears that and shuts down. Because it doesn't think in hours, it thinks in effort. And that feels like too much. So it escapes. The fix is simple. Shrink the task. Don't study everything. Study one thing. 1 page. 5 questions. 1 concept. Make it so small that your brain doesn't resist starting. Because once you start, focus becomes easier. Third, you're trying to focus in the wrong state. If you're tired, stressed, or overstimulated, your brain is not built for deep work. It's in survival mode. And in that state, distraction is not a weakness. It's a response. So before you study, slow down. Take a minute. Breathe. Clear the noise in your head. You don't need motivation. You need a calm mind. Because a calm brain focuses longer without force. Now, here's something most people don't realize. Distraction isn't just about your phone. It's about switching. Every time you jump between tabs, apps, or thoughts, your brain loses energy, and it takes time to come back. That's why one simple rule changes everything. 1 tab, 1 task, 1 focus. No multitasking, no background noise of decisions. Just one thing until it's done. And finally, stop waiting to feel ready. You won't. Focus doesn't come before action. It comes after you begin. So create a simple entry ritual. Same place, same setup, same first task. Repeat it every day. And over time, your brain stops resisting because it recognizes the pattern. And when that happens, studying stops feeling like a battle. It becomes automatic. So if you really want to study without distractions, stop trying to fight your brain. Understand it. Make the environment easier. Make the task smaller. Make your mind calmer. Because focus is not something you force. It's something you allow. And once you do that, you don't just study more. You study better.